Alright, so this is a video guide for drug dealers' locations and where he may be and how to do drugs and all that have to do with drugs. This guy was requested and I've seen a lot of new people, even me myself when I started out, asking where is the drug dealer and never getting answers because it's against the rules. But since I can put it on the since it's been requested, you can see for yourself. The drug dealer has 8 spawn locations around the city. I'll show you all of them, but because one of them is a rare spawn at the farm, and I haven't seen that one yet, so I can't really show it to you guys, but I don't really know about that one. But anyways, the drug dealer will message you when you've sold him 150,000 worth of supplies. So that means 500 of both drugs will get you him messaging you. So if you check your phone when you sold, he'll message you every time he moves, as you see here. But remember, he'll only message you when he moves. He won't message you if he hasn't moved, or if you just joined the server and he just moved before. So you'll have to find him yourself. And that can be annoying sometimes because you don't know where he is. But thankfully, I'll show you the locations right now. Going into drug dealer. Going into the whole area of drug dealer. You gotta remember, you need 5 pots, gardening pots. You can get them from the shop across the street of the fish shop. And you need the seeds you get from the drug dealer. And if you got level 4 crafting, which you will have after doing a couple of runs of drugs, you'll be able to do a big gardening pot. This gardening pot will make it a lot easier and gain you a lot more harvest. The big gardening pot requires 5 pots and 1 glue to craft. And you can only have one big gardening pot out at one time of each drug if you're not a VIP member. If you're a premium member, you can have 2 of each pots down at the same time. That meaning double profit. Well, anyways, this is one of the locations of the drug dealers. It's at the suburbs behind the Jennifer store, as you saw me coming in here. Regularly, there is signs, PH. The PH signs, 90% of the time, they show where the drug dealer is, but 90% of the time, because there are some areas that doesn't have a PH, but the drug dealer has its spawn location, so it's a gamble. But I'll show you all the locations, but be sure to look after the PH, because that is a rare spawn location for the drug dealer. I found out myself. This is one of the locations. Alright. So we're gonna head out now to the farm, just to show you guys quickly where it may be. That's one of the rare spawn locations, but I haven't seen it yet. So, as a new player, you don't know a lot of the map, you don't know where to go, or anything. That is understandable. I myself had trouble finding, even starting out. Now I made myself a bit more knowledge. But hey, everyone's been there. You just need to grab your shit together and get down there. If you continue straight on this road, you'll get to the farm. You'll be somewhere in the farm area. I don't know where, but somewhere. Continuing on, we'll head towards the business area where the drug dealer has 3 spawn locations. 3 different spawn locations. Hopefully we don't get pulled over by any sweater cops or anything. Oh, just as an extra, remember you can get mugged at a drug dealer. I've been myself on the mug there, and I've seen people mug others. So if you're gonna go to the drug dealer, remember to bring a weapon or a phone. And not go there if there's cops nearby or any possible way. But remember, as soon as you sell the drugs, the cops can't do anything if they catch you. But if they catch you in the act, you're pretty much screwed and you lost all your profit. And that's not the way you want it. So we're going soon to the first location here of the drug dealer in the business area. It's a Jennifer's clothing shop here, right here, between the ATM. It's very suitable, but remember, this area has 2 entrances. This is one of the entrances, and he spawns right here by the dumpster, right here where I'm stood. But there's no PH sign, as you guys can see, so it's 90% of the time he spawns at a PH sign. And that's another entrance, so be careful, because people may stand here and wait for you to come and then rob you, or on the other side. So it depends. Just be careful. Yeah, no, I didn't stop at that sign, but hey. Alright, we're getting close to Bazaar here. Just gonna relax.
So much.
Alright. As you see, there's a PH sign here. That doesn't mean the drug dealer will spawn right in this location. But I'll show you where his spawn location is at. The spawn location of the drug dealer is usually against this fence right here in the Bazaar alley between the shops, as you can see right here. This is one of his possible spawn locations. And there's one last spot I want to show you guys. That's down in by the docks. That's his last spawn location in the business area. The easiest way to access this is by heading on the highway, getting down to the intersection that makes you enter the Bazaar area. Then you just take a left. Now I'm not getting stopped. That's fine. So, Harbor Lane is the way you want to go. Then you just continue down here. So we're just gonna park here. And you run down this way to the docks. Usually the drug dealer stands all the way down here at the boat. He stood right here. But remember, cops may be on the lookout or doing a stakeout, so be careful when entering this area because it's very visible from all areas, even from the city area. Now we're gonna go to the last 3 known positions of the drug dealer at the city. And afterwards we'll conclude this video. Now remember, when buying drugs, you're only possible to carry 500 of any drug. So it doesn't matter, you can't hold 500 weed or 500 cocaine, you can only hold 500 total. So if you're gonna sit out in a forest or whatever, never cease society, or you got a good defense going on, remember to close so you can access storage. Because getting full inventory when you're growing drugs is not good. That will lessen your profits and make it harder for you to make money. So we're heading towards the 3 last known positions right here. The first one is going to be at the bank. Alright. Alright, so you see the 2 areas here between the bank? The garage and the bank, there's a little alley. You run down the alley. You get the PH and the drug deal is listed here. So you can buy whatever and you can sell to him. Alright, we got 2 more spots to show you guys before we conclude this video. Hurry up and buy drugs! So that guy is pointing a gun at me. He can. Alright, he's aiming a gun at me. I lowered it.
I saw that.
Alright, whatever.
If you could keep going into the parking garage, that would be great. Thank you.
Alright. So
And you decide to turn the wrong way.
So Asifa, how can I help you?
You know, you currently know that there was instead you didn't have to park right down the road. You could use the parking lot right there,
I wasn't parking on the road.
or even better, right there.
Sir, I wasn't parking on the road. My car broke
No,
down.
but those
My car-
emergency lights
sir,
don't work on this road because if
sir.
you look at that sign right over
Yeah,
there,
no
it
stopping.
should also be
Yeah,
placed over right there.
yeah, I know what it says
And you,
on the
are you
sign.
calling me? Are you calling me a sir?
Yeah, sir, I told you that I was trying to repair my
I am
vehicle.
not. Excuse me. I'm not a sir. I'm a miss, if you want.
Alright, you can
Oh,
have this
ma'am.
wooden nail here as a gratitude.
I don't want your wooden nail.
Alright, be
You can keep it
disrespectful.
for yourself. I don't want it.
You want an M82 maybe?
I just want to say there's a parking lot right there, and there's also a parking lot right over there. Instead you could use your emergency lights, indicators, and park right there.
Alright, sir. My eyes clearly work, but I'm thankful for the information. So I'll have to continue with my documentary on drugs here. I need to go speak to the drug dealer at this area over here. So if you can excuse me.
And if you need to speak with the drug dealer, you'll currently be detained for that. Because you're not allowed to be with drugs are illegal in this city.
Yeah, possession of drugs are legal. Speaking to a drug dealer is not illegal.
If you buy something, it is.
Yeah, but I haven't.
Which you currently know you're planning on.
Yeah, I haven't said I just I haven't said I was buying, I said I was doing a documentary. So, sir, you don't have any reason to talk to me in that kind of matter. So, if you can excuse me right now, I have to go and do my business. No, I said I'll have to go speak to the drug dealer about my film. So, sir, am I detained?
Madam, not sir.
If you're not saying the right words one more time, yes, you are being detained.
May I leave?
And even a ticket. Yes, you may leave now.
Alright, and that's what you call sweater police.
Just take me to the station real quick. I gotta go get something.
Anyways, back to this tutorial here. So there's two more locations I'll show you guys. One is the city office. So if you get a text saying I'm at the city offices, then he is in this location right here in this building, and he would be stood right there. So this area is kind of familiar to all the new players, so it wouldn't be hard. But when he's in there, it's most impossible to find him. I was lucky enough to find him because I received a text message saying I'm at the city offices, but I was like, hey, there's only a couple of enterable buildings and no alleys, and he wouldn't be, and there's no way he can be behind the big apartment office building. So I checked all the places in here and I found him. But if I wasn't lucky enough to have the text message, I would never have found him. So I'm going to show you the last location now, and it's at under the restaurant. So you continue down this road here, take your right. So you walk over here, down these stairs. You can drive from the police department as well, or walk down that from the across the hospital. But he's usually in this homeless area, shelter looking place, and he'll be stood right there. As you notice, there's no PH at any wall, but this is one of his spawn locations as well. So we're going to conclude this video really fast. All the locations, there's 3 in the business area, 1 at the docks, 1 at Dragon Tech next to Jennifer's, 1 in the alley behind Bazaar, and that's all of the ones in the business area. We got 1 at Suburbs behind Jennifer's, and 1 at the farm. And we got 3 in the main city. 1 in the office area, 1 behind the bank, in between the alley of the garage and the bank, and we got 1 under the restaurant in the homeless looking shelter. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial.